glad to welcome Cyber Next team, Pravin, and I can see Sheetal and Dhanashree also joined, right? So,
Yes.
yeah, just to give a small brief, I'm sure all of you have gone through what Cyber Next, and I'm sure Pravin, being the founder, is going to speak about the services and the products that they are coming out in cybersecurity. This is a organization established in Mumbai, but I understand that the opportunities are both in Mumbai and Bangalore. So most of us, since we are based out of Bangalore, I'm hoping that there are some flexibility. The career opportunities as well as job description specifically, and what are the expectations from Praveen's team side on so it's basically an expectation setting on both the sides. So please ask questions on what kind of opportunities and how do you how do we cross the rounds on interviews, etc. And we are hoping that many of you would find the product and the services that CyberNext is offering will suit your requirements. So with that, Praveen, over to you. Looking forward to an engaging session. Please, everyone, unmute, and ensure that you ask the right questions because finally it's your career that matters. So please ask questions. Over to you, Praveen.
Thank you, Shenu. Thank you very much for kind words, right? Yes. Very excited to be here, guys, with along with you and discuss this, how we can lay a roadmap for candidate like you who have already done some good work in cybersecurity in terms of understanding the concept provided by Reva University, right? Apart from this, right, what we bring to table is we bring you that bridge which can help you get the right path, right? It's not necessary that you need to be associated with a big four or grade one company, right? To get that kind of work. This is our specialty and we perform well in cybersecurity. And in few time, in soon later, right, you will see that, we are there, we are known as a very familiar name in the market. Right. So thank you very much for taking out time and being here. And if you guys have any question, you can raise the hand so I can identify and then we can put through that question. To start with the session, I think in interest, I would like to give you a brief as in who we are, what we do, a little brief about myself. You can obviously go through the LinkedIn page if you need to get more details. So let me just share what do we do and what are we best at and what are those engagements which we have with a lot of OEMs together, right? So in this session, what I'll cover is about us, what are our values, what are our portfolios, business offering, value proposition, and what are our engagements, right? So that's me. I am the founder of the company, around 2 decades of experience now. Worked with giants like LTI, AU, IDFC, PwC, DBS. So banking and information technology has been the core. Have been worked with a lot of prestigious institutions who provide these kind of services like DSCI, ITI SAC, CISO Forum, CISO Platform, CyberFrat, right? So associated there, right? Uh, of course, you can go through this, and I'll not put through much here, right? So what as an entrepreneur we want is we have a mission where we want to provide a service to our clients, right? By identifying talents like you who have done their basics and now looking for an opportunity to kickstart. We just don't are an SI or a managed service partner who will come and do that implementation and do that. No, we create that value. So now it's not just an IT security, it's actually a business security concept where we get your business enabled, drive that, ensure that it is safeguarded, protected, and you get the value realization out of it. From security, we want our journey to go to the resiliency part. And that's the key aspect, right? From a manual to an automation. That's what our mission is, right? To enable our clients with services, get the ROI, make them resilient and automated. That's the beauty. Our values very clear, very simple. If you talk to any of the person within the CyberNext, right, you could go to that page. You will see these values, right? So whatever we know doesn't matter unless there is a customer who needs those, right? So we understand what customer wants, right? And if it can be achieved by any of one, whether it is a technology, process, or people, we put forward that. To do that, we hold our principles very tightly and drive with complete transparency, because that integrity part is most important when person has to trust us. Cybersecurity or any other field within IT cannot be driven without a passion. So you need to be passionate about your work. And if you are excited and if you are passionate about it, then everything comes through. The last is accountability. We feel that, whatever we put through, we want to be held accountable for that, and we take that ownership and responsibility. These are the four buckets where we stand, right? So it's consulting, managed services, incident response, assurance services. And if you have to look at the overall brief, right, as the complete plethora of the services which we have, right, in consulting, what we do, right? So we work with big fours like PwC, EY, do projects along with them for their clients where they need exceptional talent. We do incident response, any of the organization who finds a potential breach or suspects a breach, we do that. Right. We do an assurance services where somebody asks us that, what can we do if we don't want to get breached, how we can do it. And once we do that, we understand that, after consulting, you want somebody to follow that routine. We do the managed services part. We are completely flexible in terms of model which we have. We can opt for on-site, off-site, and hybrid. So it doesn't matter wherever you are in India, right? If you want somebody on site at that point of time, we can provide that. I'll just pause for a minute so that you guys can go through these slide and understand the functions and domains and the areas where we provide support. And then I'll move forward.
The terminology cyber next, is that about cyber being the implementation and next being the maintenance, as in the management of it? Is this how it's color coded in the title and the slides as well?
The theme in the color coding, you will see the entire documentation and everything around this theme. But the title Cyber Next, there is a different meaning to Cyber Next, right? So what we essentially look at information security or cybersecurity is, the traditional way of looking at it. For a simple example, right, when we say, a lot of attacks comes through email, phishing emails, right? What is the traditional approach to stop that? We say create awareness programs, do phishing simulations, those kind of things. But when we look at next, what is that next, right? Which will act as a showstopper, or we say that we can actually go ahead and give you 100% protection for any phishing email. You will get 100% protection irrespective the person is going to click. That is the next technology which is available. How do we ensure that it is affordable? That's where we blend it with the business and understand your requirement, that what percentage of that solution do you need? Or in other words, let's say password sharing, right? A traditional book says that, password should not be shared. Now imagine a solution coming to you and say that, we recommend password sharing. We have a solution where a person can share the password without the other person knowing that password, and is perfectly fine, is perfectly secure. That's what next stands for. And that sets us apart in the industry, that okay, fine, those things which were supposed not to be done can be done in a better way. And that's the user experience which we bring for the employees who are working for that organization and manage the business and security posture for them. That is what next stands for. I hope I have been able to answer you.
Yes, so it's pretty much around how do we navigate through the situations which are unavoidable, and by through innovation. Thank you.
Pleasure. Just a quick confirmation, right? I hope everybody is able to see my screen. I'm sorry, I did not take that confirmation, but I hope everybody is able to see.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Great.
sir.
Great. I'll just move forward. The value proposition for any organization is very simple, right? You just need to have a single point of contact for all your solutions. And why do we say that we are the single point of solution? we are the right partners because every OEM within the security space, we are connected with them. We don't only perform the activities which are manual in nature. Once we get onboarded, within 18 months, we convert 15% of those activities into automation. So it automatically tells you that, the manual error to which you are prone will no longer be there for that 15% of the activities. When we say we have skilled resources, our definition for skilled is very simple. If you want somebody to work on an identity access management solution, that particular person resource would be certified on that within the 6 months when we get on board. Of course, when I say the value, right, everything under one stop, right? That's the beauty, right? You don't have to look for that. Okay, fine. I want managed services from this side. I want an assurance services or a review services. No, so that's the advantage. So we are very few. I think one of the three organizations within India who are able to provide expertise across 32 unique security technologies. When I say security technologies, firewall for us is just one technology. Doesn't matter when you incorporate that with any other product or any other OEM. For us, it's one technology. Likewise, there are 32 different types of technologies which are available, and we are one of the few who support them. So that's our USP. I'm sure you guys must be hearing these names every day in, day out, right? So for many of them, we are very useful partners because we understand, or I would say that, they prefer us over their sales guys when we go to the customer and understand that. So as of now, since inception, since last year, we have 100% retention. Our growth every quarter is 300%. So that's how we stand here, right? And if you look at it, we have not just in India, but we are also making our presence in US. So that's where also we feel that there is a need of a good partner who understands and provides the solution. That's all from my side, guys. I would like to open the forum and would be happy to answer your questions if you have any.
Can you put a few major jobs opportunities, or is it the slide on your services that you're open, or how are we understanding cities?
I think as of now, we have around 20 opportunities across those areas. 20 opportunities, when I say, for example, if anybody is looking at any opportunity, we have a client where there is a need. It's just that we are focusing strategically for that client. For example, if you look at a managed services, if anybody wants to make their career in cybersecurity and has past experience in IT GRC, vulnerability management, SOC, or consulting part of it like NIST reviews, ISOs, we have opportunities across everything which is available. So we just don't put that into a product frame that I need an EDR engineer or I need a PIN and pass engineer. We say that we'll build your career in data and endpoint security. If you be in data and endpoint security, what you'll get to learn or what you'll be professional at is endpoint security, which is EDR, identity access management, which is going to be part of PIN pass solutions and respectively password managers, so on and so forth. Right? Data protection, which is also an important data privacy. So there are 5-6 technologies within that particular area. So when you get associated with us, you no longer become a specialized into a product or a technology. You become a specialized into a domain, which is data and endpoint security, network and application security, cloud security, security operations center like an analyst, senior analyst. These are areas where we have exposures and requirements. So if you guys are associated in any of these things which you see as a pointers here in each of the bucket, we have an opening for that.
Okay. Can you also speak about your product, which you mentioned, Cyber Visible?
Okay, yeah. Why not? Why not? Thank you, Shinu, for bringing it, right? So over a period of time, as I said, right, we ensure that we create automation within 18 months and regularize your work in for 15%, right? Now that is no longer required, right? Day one, we do that automation and we straight away take out your 8 hours of work from your operations by implementing a tool called Cyber Visible. I would love to have a demo of it right now, but I would park it for the next session or maybe later. But I'll give you a brief what this tool does, right? This tool basically tells you how is your cybersecurity posture on the investments which you guys have made. When I say you guys have made, an organization has made. An organization typically deploys 5 to 6 endpoint solutions on every asset, whether it is a DLP agent, AV agent, EDR agent, patch management agent, etc., etc. Right? How is that helping you to protect because you have done that centralized configuration? But if you see for any organization, none of the organization have their basic right in terms of asset management, which is inventory. I have not seen an organization who come across and says, boss, I have 100% accurate inventory. With our solution, you know where do you stand real time, agentless. You come to know that what was your organization status in terms of inventory as of yesterday. You know how many tools are deployed and what is the percentage of compliance across each asset, each business unit, each location, right? And it also tells you that if you have to look out for a change of that technology, because technology keeps evolving, how you should go ahead and procure. Should you buy everything at once? What is your burn rate? Which area you need to focus? So these are areas which are not visible to any organization, and we provide a visibility using our tool called Cyber Visible. The tool is go to ready now to market, and we'll soon launch it and start pitching it to our customers. That's what is Cyber Visible. Again, sooner we are going to also launch platform called as Learn at CyberNext. The idea of this platform is to get you guidance across various certifications which you guys want to pursue. Somebody wants to pursue a CISSP, and a typical classes fees or a tutor or a mentor fees would be around 25 to 30,000. We'll provide it at 2,000. So we want that particular things come to you at a very affordable price where you can actually get yourself certified, qualified. We bring you a lot of experience. So recently we did one event with CrowdStrike. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of CrowdStrike, where we called up 30 CISOs and explained what were their problems and how we can come and solve that. So these are all sessions which are very much realistic, practical to that organization, and how these guys are coming up with those challenges and we are solving that. That was one key session, right? So Breach Security Summit was the event name. You could go to the LinkedIn page and you could see those things available there. These are few areas which we are keeping ourselves developed and developing through. Over to you guys for any question.
So what I understood from your, from the introduction of any role, that whenever someone is put into a particular role or on a particular technology, you not only help them cover, you not only help them master the very technology, but also the neighboring technologies, so that they should be able to circumvent that core technology from all perspectives of security.
Absolutely.
Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You are absolutely right, right? Technology is just one area which will help you protect a section. But if I have to get myself, or probably any organization wants to protect their data, then there is a guy who should come who has an expertise in data and endpoint security and comes and protects across every aspect of that data, not only the DLP part, but the privacy part, the threat landscape part, the vulnerability management part. Those all areas come on across, and that's how you get that confidence saying that, I am a data and endpoint security specialist. I'm a senior consultant in that area. I'm a principal consultant in that area. I hope I have answered your question.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Amol. Anybody else, guys? Any doubt? Anything you want to put forward? May be relevant, may not be relevant. That's completely fine. You can hide your identity and put through as an example. I would be happy to answer.
I can see many, but please ask questions because I have so many questions. I don't want to keep asking. Pinaki, Vignesh, Vinny.
In the interest of, let's say, job role, because yes, when consulting can be one job, managed services can be one job. Obviously, incident response and assurance can also be a subset of managed services. But do you have roles which are kind of end to end, or more, if not end to end? Let's say there may be one department doing to consulting, but when it comes to implementation, um, I mean, there may be a department for consulting and implementation, but another department for managed services. So, are the jobs at CyberNext, are, let's say, you can say departmentalized, or those are more end to end, especially for management folks?
Uh, so what happens right here, the job roles are pretty much aligned to what client requires, right? So for example, client requires expertise at an endpoint technology. The job roles could be relying on that. But I would like to answer it in a different way, right? What we understand, right? So let's say Amol, you want to join us and you have done some specialization in application security. So what we understand that what are your areas in terms of where application security can come in handy so that you can be an advantage to that client. While doing that, now application security is a huge thing. On-prem, cloud, web application, firewall, source code review, AppSec, red teaming, XYZ. We ensure that, how do you get to know all these things which survive across application security. Then I can say that, I have a guy or we have a person who is a certified application security specialist. Either he is a consultant, senior consultant, or principal consultant, depending upon the experience. You being that guy will go ahead and help them achieve whatever is required to secure that application, irrespective of the technology. Either it could be on the red teaming part, identity access management part, or I would say code review part, vulnerability part, all those things understanding you would have it. That's what we create.
Understood. Understood.
So what are the different rounds of selection? Suppose if they are sharing their resumes, I'm assuming that resume need not be very specific to a particular role because that is not visible. That they can put all their experience and then you will find the job fitment. Is that
Yes.
okay?
That's absolutely right, Shanu. So what we do is, right, once we have those resumes, we have one session first to understand their areas of, I would say, or which areas they want to pursue that, right? Cybersecurity is very big in terms of to start with. So people with 3 years experience or 10 years experience would have a different path. So we want to understand that, what is the specialization and which path they want to hear. And then we discuss that, this is what we have as an offer for you. This is the path we can provide it to you. Initially, we'll start, which will be matching to one of the job roles, and slowly we'll progress in the process of 9 to 18 months, 24 months, 30 months, so on and so forth. We also do strategic outsourcing, but that is not what I want to speak here. What do we mean by strategic outsourcing? There are people who work with us for 2 years and then they get automatically absorbed by a big four or one of the biggest ITITS companies. So we do that also, right? Where they work there and then they get absorbed. So to answer, yes, we'll get your resumes. We'll understand which role you'll fit. We discuss with you as first round, understand. Second round, we tell you what is the area where we can help you. And the last round would be either if you can come on a client or it would be direct on. Thank you, Kiran. No problem. All the best.
Okay, sounds good. So the next step, we suggest that all of you please work on your resume, tweak in how much ever is possible because since these are very varied areas. show your projects and work on your resume. Share it with us before we share it with Pravin. So I think today's uh, today's Monday, and can we have your resume by Saturday end of the day to us? After that, we will do customization, and we will check and then share them with Praveen and team. Hello.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Sounds
So
good.
I had one question to ask. Like, I always have a confusion, like, should I go with the enterprise or ICS? So I'm new to the security thing, but having experience in ICS, so I need your suggestion. Like, should I continue with enterprise or ICS? Is
Natam,
there
there is
any?
a noise, background noise. I was not able to clearly hear you. If you could please repeat.
Yeah, I will try it out.
Is it enterprise role or what exactly? I didn't get.
I mean OTIT. OT.
OTIT. Okay, okay. Yeah, Naveen comes from OT background.
Yes,
Uh,
yes. So I had a, so whether we have openings for OT here or because I have experience from OT, so I just want to continue with the OT. So, but it seems like I always have a confusion. Should I go with IT or OT?
Absolutely. Why not? So basically, we also have an opportunity in OT. Now, it depends upon what OT platform do you have, because there is a requirement in OT security, right? There are a lot of IoT devices which are currently available, and the least what they don't have is a baseline. No hardening guidelines, as you know, how you to have to secure that. So yes, we have that.
Thank you.
yeah, I think since Praveen is open for any kind of diversified profiles, I think it's run the profiles with Praveen, and maybe Praveen can guide you as well. What is the area that you can pursue? So, anyone else have any question? Pinaki, I think you had something. Hello. No, yes.
Hello. Yeah.
Pooja, I think you just shared your resume. Pooja, you want to ask anything? Because some bit of customization is good for your profile.
Yeah, sure. So actually, my profile is up to date. I was actively looking for a job change, so I thought to share it. So I just have one question with respect to cloud security. If What cloud security options do we have? How much opportunities we do have with respect to cloud security?
Uh, so let me break it, so that it becomes simplified, right? There are OEMs which are called AWS, Microsoft from Azure, Google, GCP, Oracle, IBM. If you're looking for the product part of it, that I'll get myself specialized into AWS, then we are not the person. Right? But if you're looking out somebody, for example, if somebody wants to secure their cloud, what should they understand? So right from identity access management to third party management, you will get to know the exposures of everything. It's not cyber next who's going to deliver that. We refer frameworks like NIST, NICE, TOGAF. Those are the standards which tell you that, irrespective of whatever cloud you're going to offer, private or public, what are the steps or what are the way you have to onboard that journey? What are the ways you have to secure it? Which are your low hanging fruits, which need some investment? Which are your fruits which can be handled by a process? And what are the skill sets you would need? So let's say, Pooja, you join us and you want to explore in cloud security. You would have some relevant experience, and let's say you fit at a consultant role. Now, how do you proceed your path in cloud? Let's say you already have an expertise in Active Directory services, right? Microsoft. How can we leverage that and ensure? So you are very strong contender for identity and access management. So you start from there where consulting that. Now, what are the risks which comes in identity and access management? That's one part of it. identity and access, not only directory services, but key and certificate management is also one area. So we get you trained to that key and access management or API management, web call management, so that identity and access as a portfolio within the cloud, you are completely aware. Then goes to the risk part, process part, framework part, and that's how you develop.
All right. All right. Thank you so much for the explanation. I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Thank you, Pooja.
Okay. Yeah, I think if no questions are there, I think expectations are clear. So please share your resume. If you want to tweak in, please do. Otherwise, you can share your resume as it is because there are opportunities across. And maybe you can write a small, maybe note on which area, like Pooja, you must write as I'm looking for something in cloud security. You can specify, that would help, right? And others, please apply. We will upload this session for everyone's view. If some of them couldn't join because of lack of time or other engagements. So we are hoping that we will get a lot of enthusiastic participants who is going to submit the resumes. And then maybe by early next week, Monday is what we will share the resumes with you, Pravin.
Sure. Shinu, just one more aspect, right? If you're open for any location, you can put it through. If you're looking for abroad opportunities, you can also put it through.
That's great. So
Yeah.
I think this is a small note that everyone, please tweak in your resume, definitely, but put all these preferences and choices that will help to narrow down. Otherwise, the conversation would be very, very open, broad-ended, right? So request all of you to do that. And that is a great opportunity, I would say. And you will be working with very, very big marquee names, and definitely the support from Praveen and team going to help. Is there any package indications or something? Nobody is asking those, question, which is the like elephant in the room. Anything that you want to ask?
Yeah, Shino, for me, I guess package, if we get to learn more at this point of time, since we have learned on cybersecurity, we get to use what we have learned. And personally, a package would not be a concern for me. I mean, maybe for some, but personally, it would not be for me. Yeah.
Or else let me say that, what we ensure, right, is in 3 years, what you see in the market, you will be at par. So let's say you join at X package, right? After 3 years, whatever will be your package, you will be at par with whatever who is going to do that particular role. So two things matter to us. One is your experience, but before experience, your skill. According to your skill and experience, you will have an at par package in the market. That's what we can ensure.
Yeah, so let it be open. I think they definitely that all that we can discuss at next stage. So opportunities are open, location is open, working hours, flexibility is open, packages are open. I hope it's a great opportunity for all of you. There are no specific straight-jacketed jobs here, so which is great. So looking forward to all of you submitting your resume. Please share it among your friends as well, so that we can get a pool and give it to Praveen. Okay. So thank you so much, Praveen and everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Shinu, for this platform.
Thank you. Thank you. See you soon.
See you soon. All the best, everyone. Please do not hesitate if you have any questions. Doesn't matter you join us or not. It could be a good conversation.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Looking
Thank you very
forward.
much.
Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Pleasure.